Nepal is on fire. Streets packed with protesters, government buildings in flames, and a generation demanding change. What started as a ban on social media has exploded into one of the deadliest uprisings in Nepal's modern history. Here's how it happened, and where the country goes from here. The government announces a ban on 26 major social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, X. Officially, it's about registration rules and online safety. But to young people, it feels like censorship. Overnight, frustration turns into fury. Across Kathmandu and other cities, whispers of protests spread, ironically using VPNs, private messaging apps, and word of mouth. University students, activists, and young workers prepare to march. The issue is no longer just social media. It's corruption, inequality, and years of broken promises. Thousands flood the streets in Kathmandu, Pokhara, Biratnagar, and beyond. Police respond with tear gas and rubber bullets. By evening, crowds are larger. What began as peaceful rallies turns into violent clashes. Government buildings, stores, and vehicles are set ablaze. Reports confirm the first deaths. Protests spread nationwide. Offices of political parties are torched. The Parliament and Supreme Court buildings in Kathmandu are attacked. Security forces open fire on demonstrators. Curfews are imposed in the capital, but protesters defy them. By nightfall, at least 19 people are dead and hundreds injured. Hospitals overflow. Protesters, many of them teenagers and young adults, are carried in with gunshot wounds. The army joins police in enforcing order. Yet, demonstrations continue. Rumors swirl of jailbreaks and disappearances. At this point, international media begins to cover the story widely. Facing overwhelming pressure, the government lifts the social media ban. But it's too late. The anger is now about corruption, unemployment, and systemic failure. Prime Minister Khadga Prasad Oli resigns. In an unprecedented moment, Sushila Karki, a former Chief Justice, is sworn in as Nepal's first female Prime Minister, leading an interim government. Clashes slow but do not stop. Death toll rises. Some reports say 50 to 70 killed, thousands injured. Curfews remain in place. Karki promises investigations, free medical care for the wounded, and compensation for families of the dead. She also announces plans for new elections on March 5, 2026. The ban on social media was the spark, but the fuel was corruption, inequality, and decades of unstable governance. Nepal's Gen Z is no longer willing to wait. For them, jobs are scarce, opportunities limited, and leaders unaccountable. The uprising is not just political, it's generational. It's a demand for transparency, dignity, and a new future. The scars are deep: burned institutions, lives lost, and trust in government shaken. So what's happening in Nepal? It's not just protests, it's a generational awakening. A fight not just for social media access, but for accountability, dignity, and the future of a nation. If you believe stories like this matter, don't let them disappear into the noise. Subscribe for more deep dives into global events and share this video so the world remembers Nepal's struggle. Because history isn't just happening, it's unfolding right now.